Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, click that button, please, and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, I'm going to be making a chicken and chickpea curry. As you can see there, I've got some oil that I'm heating up. I'm using the sunflower oil today, but you can use any oil you like, or possibly ghee. We're going to start off by dropping in some whole garam masala. I've got cardamon there, cumin seeds, some cloves, and I've got a bit of dried chilli. We're just going to roast these or fry them in that oil, and they're going to infuse it. So just cook them for a few seconds. It's going to add a lovely flavour, that is. Next up, I'm going to pop in some onions. I've got some red onions just there. And we're going to cook these. I'm on a kind of medium to above, or just above a medium heat. And we're just going to cook these for about 2 to 3 minutes. At this stage now, I'm going to add some garlic ginger paste. It's like a tablespoon there. That's a 50-50 mix of garlic and ginger, finely chopped. And now for our chicken. Now today, as you can see, the chicken I'm using is boneless, skinless breast. Of course, if you wanted, you could just use a whole chicken that's chopped up, or chicken parts with the skin on and the bone. That's actually more common, I think. But this works really well. So again, 2 to 3 minutes. Let's just throw that around in the pan. And then we'll get on to the next stage, which is adding some powders. Okay, for the powders. Today I'm going to be adding just 3 powders. Turmeric, well, howdy, coriander powder and chilli powder. They're about equal parts, and for this amount of chicken and onions that I'm using, there's about 1 teaspoon of each of them. You could, of course, use a curry powder of your choice, a kind of pre-blended mixture. Entirely up to you there. Again, let's get them thrown around the pan, coated on our chicken and onions. And let's cook this for, again, another couple of minutes, stirring all the time. I like to cook my powders, but don't overcook them because, you know, they can burn quite easily and they'll taste a little bit bitter. So just throw this around. I'll be back in 2 minutes. This is looking and smelling fantastic, if you ask me. And it's at this stage I'm going to add our chickpeas, or chana. Now these I'm using today is a can. It's from a tin. And if you're going to use a tin, just make sure that you rinse and wash them really well, because generally that water that they come in is not the most desirable thing when it comes to food. So give them a nice rinse. And if you wanted to use dried ones, just make sure that you soak them really well. Take out any little stones or bits of gravel that you often find in them, and then cook them very, very well. I mean, you probably want to soak them and then cook them. The tinned or canned version is miles more convenient. Now I'm going to add a little bit of tomato, chopped tomato. Just going to leave it on the top. Not going to mix that yet. Going to add a lid. Let those tomatoes steam a little bit, soften. Then we're going to stir them in. Add a little bit of water, and then we'll move on. Okay, let's jump inside now. Some of that steam out. As you can see, those tomatoes have softened. Let's now throw them around in the pan. Mix them in. At this stage I'm going to add some salt to taste, entirely up to you. how much you put in. I'm going to add some fresh green chilli, again up to you, and some water, cold water. That wasn't too much. Now if you wanted, instead of water, you could have added some yogurt or curd. In fact, that works great. You probably would still need to add a little dash of water, but it works great if you add the curd. You can check out another recipe that we've got for that. Now I'm using chicken breast, so I can tell you already that that chicken's done and cooked. If you're using it on the bone, you might need to cook it for a little bit longer now. I'm going to turn this down to a simmer. I'm going to add the lid. I'm going to cook it for about just another 5 minutes. I think it's going to be ready then. If you wanted, you could add some curry leaves. You could add some fresh mint, or you could add some fresh coriander. Today I'm not going to add any of those, but feel free and go ahead and do it. I'm going to have it just like that. Lid on, 5 minutes time, I'll be back. Okay, off goes the heat. Got a little steam out there. Let's take a look. That's beautiful. That's come together really nicely. I'm really happy with that consistency. Check this for salt again. And like I say, if you wanted, you could add some fresh coriander maybe, or some fresh mint. That would be nice. I'm going with it just like this today. I hope you enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Lots of love to you all. See you soon. Bye bye.